All right, we'll go ahead and get started. A reminder, no recordings during the press conference. Please make sure to silence all cell phones and electronic devices, and then give your name and affiliation when you get the mic to ask a question. We're joined by Florida head coach Tim Walton and Skylar Wallace. Kendra Falby will join us in a minute. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Walton, go to questions for both of them, and then when Kendra joins us, we'll go questions just to players. Players will leave, and then questions for just Coach Walton. So if you have an opening statement, go ahead.
Yeah, just super proud of our team, the way we came out today. Obviously, fourth straight day with some delays. They just did a good job of staying resilient and just focusing on, on us, and things we can control. So really proud. Obviously, Keegan Rothrock, just her ability to bear the load, but more importantly, just the way she competes. There's an opportunity in those games that, most average freshmen are going to probably get a little nervous, and she found a way to find another gear and get a little bit better. And do the offense, obviously, just did a really good job turning the lineup over. Some really good at bats, 2 outs, 2 strikes. The 2 out RBIs obviously were huge, and just super proud, obviously.
All right, we'll go to questions just for players. We'll go third row on the left here.
Chris Harry, FloridaGators.com. Kendra, it must have been a lot of relief coming from you. From your standpoint, what was that homer like, getting that kind of monkey off your back, especially coming off that great catch? And then Skylar, you were very happy for her when she slid into home. Can you just kind of pile on and speak to that? Thank you.
I knew a hit was coming. I didn't think it was going to be that one, but it was like pure joy. And like today, I just made sure that like once you start getting in that hole, like you start thinking things and you get in your own head, and I just made sure that I stuck with my plan, because I've had really good at-bats all weekend. I was just hitting them right to people, and Coach Thomas kept like making jokes like, oh, just don't hit it right to them, don't hit it right to them. And then like today, I just made sure I stuck with my plan and I trusted myself, and then that hit, it was just like, yes, like finally. And then obviously Skylar at home was just like what we always do.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there. It's a struggle. You get in your own head, you get away from who you are in times, and it can be tough. She was having really, really good at-bats, really good BP, and was just grinding it out. So for her to finally get a little hole and run the bases, I mean, watching her fly around the bases, I think that's the quickest I've ever seen her run, honestly. But it's just electric, and, I mean, it was bound to happen. We've trusted her. We always will trust her and her abilities. She has so many tools, so many options that she can go with. So we're super excited for her, and she's not done yet. She's not done yet.
All right, we'll go second row left.
Brady Vernon, Softball America, just both of you, just watching Keegan, what she does as a freshman, just be resilient. How big is that for your group, just seeing her do it day in and day out?
Kendra, you want to start?
Yeah. I mean, we look back at like August from where Keegan was and what she is now has been incredible to watch. And like being an upperclassman and just kind of being there and patting her on the back, like she's a gamer. She wants the ball. She's a competitor. And like us as defense too, we grind for her just because we know how hard she's working up there. And it's just been amazing. And it's so cool that we're not done yet.
Yeah. I just love playing behind her. She puts so much trust in us, and we put so much trust into her. And I think that she knows that. She knows that she's good. She knows how to work the zone, can get hitters out, and just really it allows us to play freely behind her. We know we're going to get our job done. So she's been a lot of fun, and the toughness and the adversity that she's gone through, and from seeing her grow from August till now, it's just been amazing. So really proud of her.
More questions for Florida players? Yeah, we'll go third row left again.
Chris, you're hogging all the questions.
3 hits in the first 2 games, 20 the last 2 games. Just, does this feel more like Florida softball? And for you specifically, Skylar, your first, I think, 6 College World Series games as a Gator, the ball wasn't particularly kind to you, but it was pretty kind to you today. Can you just talk about those 2 things, please?
Yeah, I mean, this offense is unreal. We take a lot of pride in our swings and all of our work. So we're never doubting who we are as hitters. We stick to our approaches. We make the pitchers work a lot. You could tell today, I mean, we just were fired with it. We really had nothing to lose in that. We were just playing free and making the pitchers work in the zone. And when they got it, we went. So it's just been a lot of fun playing with this offense. We're super electric, and I think that shows with the passion and the trust that we put into everything. I mean, it's just a lot of fun hitting with this team. A lot of fun.
More questions for forward players? Go front row right.
Hi, Jana Bardall with The Athletic. For both of you guys, can you just talk to the mindset of the team coming into this game against Oklahoma, and now you have a forced elimination game tomorrow? I mean, how do you recover and get back out there with similar energy tomorrow?
I think we were all just we were really free. I think we were more mad at the fact that it kept raining. We just wanted to get the game going. So I think the rain frustrated us more than the fact that we were playing Oklahoma. But I think that this was the calmest I've ever seen the team today. Everyone was just kind of free and just having fun with it and just going out there and being fearless. So we just can do that, keep doing that.
We're competitors. We love to play and we love to get after it, and we know we have 21 outs that we get to play with. So we're just going to put all of it on the line and just play Gator softball. And the fact that we got to wake up one more day and put this uniform on, we have a lot of pride in that. So we just took that and ran with it and had it at our advantage.
All right, we have one more from Noah Rahm on Zoom.
Hey, Noah Ram with the Gainesville Sun. It's a question for Kendra. Kendra, getting that catch that you had, and then obviously getting the inside the park home run in the bottom half, in the bottom half of the inning. Is that something where the catch sort of leads to confidence at the plate, or are they just two unrelated things? Because obviously one's in the field and one's at the plate. Kind of talk about if the two are related at all and giving you some confidence.
I think that the catch kind of took me out of that little whatever was going on up in my head. It definitely just kind of made me calm. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they're two different things, but my main focus on defense has just been I can't put any at-bats in defense. And if I'm not going to be me up to bat or I didn't get my job done, then I'm going to make sure that I work for my defense and I work for Keegan. So, yeah.
Right, that'll do it for questions for players. Thank you. Questions for Coach Walton? Okay, we'll start front row left.
James Hale, OKC Sports Radio in Oklahoma City. Tim, you did a great job. 3 for 19. You hold Oklahoma's lineup with runners on base. That's, Rothrock did a great job there. Talk about that, because that's really the game. That's one of the biggest stories of the game.
Yeah, obviously the one knock on Keegan today would probably be the walks. But I think that both pitching staffs were obviously feeling that they had to throw strikes to get strikes called, and I thought that was very pivotal. Skyler mentioned it, making them get the ball over the plate. Keegan didn't throw the ball over the middle of the plate, but in watching back, she missed a spot on Tiari that went over the fence. But other than that, I think really did a really good job of staying on the corners, being able to change speeds, changed eye levels a couple times. But overall, defense behind her was good. I thought she just stayed true to the plan, location, changing speeds.
All right, we'll go front row right to Jenny.
Hey, Tim, with the weather delay and then the decision to push any, if necessary, game to tomorrow, how did that factor in at all to any decisions today? And how do you think that might play in with Keegan? If you guys would have had to play that if necessary game today, I don't know what your pitching plan was, but how could that play into what you guys are thinking for tomorrow?
Yeah, if I told Keegan she's not pitching tomorrow, she's probably going to fight me. So I'll deal with that, I guess, by myself at the hotel. No, the weather didn't have anything to do with what we did today, how we did it. I think the only key was just spending a little bit more time together and just relaxing a little bit at the indoor. But yeah, I mean, and I say that jokingly. At the end of the day, Ava's very, very. She's a good pitcher. She's a different starter than she is coming in with runners on base. So what happened the other day on Saturday, I'm very confident in Ava Brown. If Ava's the one tomorrow. I just feel like it would be an Ava Keegan Avon type of day, like we had at Mississippi State, or a Keegan Ava Keegan day, and that's what we were planning on with Texas the other day, but it just didn't work out that way.
All right, go second row left.
I think Reagan sometimes is forgotten about in this lineup. Just how big has it been this whole year that she's put it together? Just another 4 RBI day for her.
Yeah, 18 home runs. Yeah, I think that's and the RBIs. I mean, we got a lot of players with some good RBIs, and I mean, to be honest with you. 2 things for Reagan. Number one, we had a tough conversation in the preseason about positional stuff. What position are you? I told her your best chance to be an All-American is to be a utility player. You've got to play multiple positions, third, first, second, some right field last year. She's a utility type player. She's a good softball player, but she's in there for her bat. Today I had to make a tough decision with Avery Gels and Reagan, because Avery came in for Reagan. And Reagan did a great job of being an unselfish teammate and allow Avery to play defense and get that at bat. But then Avery turns a double play, an unassisted double play. And not to say that Ava couldn't do that same thing, but it's a lot easier for a left-hander playing defense than it is a right-hander at times. So give Reagan credit for being a good teammate and just understanding the importance of what the defense meant at that point in time. And it's not always been that way, because what kid, when they call themselves an All-American, wants to give their bats away to somebody else or share their bats? So I gave her a really big nod after the game in the locker room, just being an unselfish teammate. She works really hard. She's really found a lot more. She's found a lot more of a process now. She's not just a swinger. She has an understanding what she's trying to do. So the coolest thing for me is she doesn't show emotion. Coming around third base or almost to third base, she's pointing to the stands or her family, and something she's dreamed about.
All right, we go front row right to John.
Yeah, John Hoover, Sooners on SI. Kendra and Skylar talked about playing free, playing loose, having fun, that kind of thing. Did you get the feeling that it was the opposite in the other dugout, that they were maybe a little bit tight? You've seen them play enough maybe through the years that you know what it looks like?
I haven't seen them play a ton. Unfortunately, we haven't played them a lot. So, but I don't know that. I think for us, I've always said this. When you get to the College World Series, the coaches' jobs are to make the tough decisions and do things from a lineup perspective. Right for us right now, we're going to use some analytics, do some data points to make sure. Avery started yesterday and got a hit. Moved back to Ava today. She obviously hit a double. For me, it's always about the players, like the players that can handle the pressure, the players that can handle the process, the players that can handle a moment. It's really not about the coaches. And so for those guys to say that they really felt free and they felt comfortable and they felt relaxed and they felt, pressure free is a tip of the cap to them, because we didn't really do anything different. To be honest with you, every day here, the World Series has been very similar. Just the results have been a little different. The hits have been a little bit different, but we've done about the same.
All right, we have time for two more. Front row left to Joe.
Joe Masato, the Oklahoman. Tim, were you guys surprised at all that they started May today instead of Maxwell?
No, no, not really. I mean, you say that they had to play. You had a game to play. They had a game to give a little bit. I don't know if I've never really thought of it that way when I coach, but they had an opportunity for that. And again, they didn't throw Nicole May out there and say, oh, we're gonna lose this game. We're gonna throw it. She's obviously had a fantastic career. So I think that they felt like that was a better matchup potentially for us. But like I said before, I think that our hitters did a really good job of laying off some stuff and getting pitches over the plate.
All right, last one, third row left.
Tim, last night you got to talk about Kendra, the selfless teammate. Today you get to talk about. Were you really happy for her to finally kind of get that, get that monkey off her back?
Yeah.
With that play.
Holly asked me the same question on the field, the same exact question that was asked to Kendra, and I actually responded the same exact way that Kendra responded. She hasn't shown signs of getting out. She's been working great. Her process has been good. Line drive, she gets, and we always just kind of track barrels. How many barrels can you get in BP and what you're looking like with inside, outside, low, high stuff. And she does it because she gets a lot of barrels, and she's done a really good job. So to see her struggle is just more of just kind of a snowball effect of struggle, hitting it right to people, trying to get the first before you actually hit the ball and you're not being able to finish up some swings. So, no, I was very happy for her. We all are. I mean, I don't know. I think we talked about this at Super Regionals, Chris, that I don't know what the statistic is, but when Skylar Wallace and Kendra Falvey score, we're like 30-1, 31-1. So we need those guys to go because they're electric. They create havoc. And when they're on base, we typically score a lot.
All right, that'll wrap things up.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Go Gators.